Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Botto. I'm a disabled veteran. I'm coming to you today about veteran suicide and the drug epidemic that is causing it. The drug epidemic that is causing it is actually the medications and the uneducated people in the VA who are determined to fix a problem that they don't understand at all. I even had one of these doctors in the VA tell me that they didn't understand why anybody would ever want to join the military. Mind you, I think her name was Jessica. She is a woman, doctor, in a country that allows her to do that because of people fighting for her rights and dying for them. But she can't understand why. So, in the government's infinite wisdom, decided that they would put doctors in the VA to help veterans who don't understand what a veteran is. And unfortunately, some of those doctors or providers are veterans, and they're also not qualified to do the job. So I don't understand why we're dancing around this issue so much, other than the fact that they broke something, they did something really, really bad, and either they don't know, they don't care, or they're just trying to cover it up, or all of the above. Something's wrong. Something's massively wrong. And one of those things that's massively wrong is that mental health medications that they're feeding to veterans to fix them, well, those medications all cause people to kill themselves. That is a side effect of every last one of the medications. Inability to concentrate, think, walk, talk, uh, even having nightmares, seeing ghosts, hearing things, auditory hallucinations. All of these things are things that these medications do to people. All of them. Don't take my word for it. Read the documentation provided in the link below. I'll show you some of it here in a second. From the state of Texas, Health and Human Services. They thought it was so serious that they made a list. The this list they have of psychotropic drugs, psychoactive drugs, well, they all have side effects that are actually worse than marijuana. All of the medications have side effects that are worse than marijuana. The medications they give you to people, they give to veterans especially, but they give to everybody. These medications, um, they can actually make somebody behave in a way that they don't want to behave. You can read this stuff. it actually causes people to behave in ways they don't want to behave. In 2015, I tried to report the social media problem, the one that all the politicians are up in arms about. They're crucifying Donald Trump. And don't get me wrong, Donald Trump, the guy's a con man. The guy he's a used car salesman. And you can see it in the way he positions himself politically, that he's doing anything and everything to get elected. So I'm not trying to say Trump is without fault, but these medications they're giving to people are causing real problems. And one of those problems is that if you don't already understand psychology, and even if you do understand psychology, what these medications will actually do to you is cause you to believe stuff that's not real. Well, I'm not talking out of my ass. I actually understand psychology. When I was a young man and I enlisted in the Army, I had to take a test. This test assessed me to see if I was capable of doing electronic guided missile system repair. I had to pass the test to be able to get the MOS, the job, to be able to do it, because they didn't want to try to teach somebody who wasn't capable of understanding it. Well, with security clearance comes training. This training involves them making sure that you know what a spy is, you know what psychology is, and you know how spies are going to trick you. Well, apparently, these medications, these psychoactive psychotropic drugs, these ones that are in pill form, that have worse symptoms than cannabis, marijuana. Call it what you want. It's cannabis, marijuana. It's the most dangerous drug. This is a drug you cannot get job if you use, right? But all of these psychoactive psychotropic drugs that they give you in pill form are actually worse, can make you kill yourself, kill somebody else, harm someone, do all kinds of things. You can get a job with those. You can't get a job with the devil. You can't get a job with the devil's lettuce. But as long as you're taking it in pharmaceutical pill form, that's fine, right? If Marinol had worked, we would all be able to have jobs working using Marinol. I'm not making this about the pharmaceutical company, because that's usually where everybody go wrong with it. Oh man, cannabis is natural, yeah! Well, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is, the pharmaceutical pills, yeah, they're bad. They're really fucking bad. Cannabis, same thing. But if you understand cannabis and you use it properly, it can be beneficial. Same is true for the pharmaceutical versions of all these mental health medications they're trying to fix people with. You cannot fix a software problem by changing the hardware. When I say changing the hardware, by forcing chemicals into someone to make their machine work differently, when the programming is the real problem. So our entire government is asleep. They don't know what they're doing. I'm not pretending to be woke. I'm not pretending to be completely awake. What I'm saying is I'm on the path of enlightenment. It's not a destination, it's a journey. And I should not have to know more about medications than the doctors. The doctors don't know what they're doing. And trust me, in the VA, they scrape the bottom of the barrel to prove that the VA can work. And they want to prove it works so well that they're going to keep covering shit up just so they can get away with it, so that they can get along with their message and try to fix it quietly. Well, I was being abused for 9 years. I was tortured and forced these medications on me. As we speak, my testicles are tingling. I had to go to the massage therapist and chiropractor today because I was having physiological issues and anxiety from the side effects of still coming off the medication. I haven't taken these medications for quite some time now, and they're still causing me physiological issues in the way of withdrawals, and they're supposed to be helping people with them. Well, all these medications cause people to kill themselves. They don't ever tell anybody this stuff when they give it to them. They list all of the common side effects, but they never tell you about all the really bad ones. And if any of you have ever seen a pharmaceutical commercial, them really talking really fast through all the symptoms takes longer than the commercial itself. All the side effects takes longer than the commercial. So what I am trying to say is that we have a problem in this country. They almost killed me with them. And apparently it was my mistake for living. It was my mistake for surviving. It was my mistake for trying to get them to fix it. Because when I tried to get them to fix it, all they did was show me that they were willing to cover it up and try to con me to help them get reelected. They've changed their entire platform and their entire direction just to try to pacify me without actually lifting a fucking finger to help me. Actually, I've been getting investigated even more, and I'm not just making this up. If they want me to show the footage of what happened, I will. I have years of this shit because when I realized that trying to convince them to help me was a fool's errand, I set out to get the evidence I needed to prove it. And they gave me exactly what I needed, the situation I needed to be able to collect the evidence that apparently they didn't know was possible to collect. I expect them to try to fix that problem, and they ought to expect for me to already have a solution for that fix. I came to play fucking ball, guys. And I'm going to use every ounce of my Republican training as a child, every ounce of my hunting and fishing training as a child, every ounce of my military training, every ounce of my engineering training, and every ounce of my 9 years of abuse and torture trying to figure out a way out of this situation to whip these guys' asses. Now, I never thought that I could be president or a politician because I didn't think that was something in my path. It's not something I ever wanted to do because I really don't want to be in front of this camera with you right now. I don't want to be a politician. Okay? But apparently, how could I fuck it up any worse than they are? How could I? They're already shitting the bed. I've interacted with people in China for products and things, and you know what? Chinese, pretty much anybody in any other country, they're just like us, right? They're humans. They have their own cultures. They have their own problems. They have their own desires, dreams, hopes, all the things that we do. And they also have their own assholes and criminals and mafias and all of the above. They all have the same problems and the same issues that we have. It's a human problem. It's duality. We are designed this way, and the goal is to evolve, to find a way to be one. But we can't do that as long as we're playing this bullshit game of us against them. The entire world is at war. We are gearing up for war. And they are still acting like children in the damn schoolyard. They need to go to boot camp and actually have to fucking do it to understand what it really fucking is like. They can't keep pandering to us and expect us just to fucking be okay with that. So when we get mad at them for being incompetent and wanting to get reelected for their incompetence, then they slowly, systematically try to remove all of our rights, like red flag laws. I'm sorry, red flag laws are bullshit. Because when they pin me in a corner and force these medications down my throat while abusing me for a fucking insomnia problem, and for the last 9 years have been abusing me and torturing me, I lost my family, everybody was having issues with me because the medications made me fucking do it. What did all of you not understand about that? Well, I tried to do it the right way. The right way is to let you know as my government that this is what's going on. As an educated person of science, give you the data and the information to prove it to you so that you can do your damn job so we can fix the problem the right way. But all of you assholes keep doing is saying, oh, politicians aren't allowed to do that. It's out of our hands. Oh, it's the Democrats. No, it's the Republicans. You want us to help you? Okay, go ahead and vote all Democrats. We'll help you then. What, so we all have to be dead and in the ground before you get your monopoly in the government so that you can actually help us? I'm sorry, I'm not completely happy with the tech companies. And I'm convinced that a lot of these stories that are coming out about them holding on to data and protecting us is kind of bullshit in a way. But if they actually are trying to do that, then good for them. But at the same time, they have all of our information as well. And which devil do you want to choose? Right? Which devil? They're both devils. Which one do you want? Right? And that's what we're given with politics. They're both devils. Which one do you want? You know what? I don't want either one of them. I want both of them. It's a government of one. It's a democracy. Them fighting to have all Republican or all Democrat is bullshit. And while we're on the subject, because I know the Democrats have been pandering to this entire demographic, but the Republicans not caring about people who happen to be of the, I apologize if I say this wrong, LGBTQ plus reality. I'm not going to call it humans. All right, we're just all humans. We're humans, right? So the Democrats have that right, but it's a pandering, right? It really is a pandering. It's to get elected, and in the end, they're not going to do a damn thing to help us. They're going to get your vote. They're going to stay in office, and the same bullshit's going to happen because apparently they don't know what the fuck they're doing. If they listened to our generals when we were at war against terror, then the war would have been over and we would have won and we would have been done. And now we're in a situation where it's going to be like Vietnam all over again. We're in World War III. We're trying to get people to voluntarily enlist because, I would agree with everyone that we want it to be a volunteer military. But the reality is we're going to wait till the last fucking minute. Then we're going to draft people, not do shit really good to train them properly because we need them in action right this second. And then they're all going to go and die. So everybody can get pissed off at me. Michael Moore, you can get pissed off at me, and you probably will. But walk a mile in our fucking combat boots. Live in the reality. Because when crazy comes to this country to destroy us, everybody wants our military. But as soon as they're done using us, we don't have money to take care of the problem. Oh, your disabilities are real, so we'll make up this entire lattice of bullshit so that you constantly get denied for a disability you actually have. And if you want disability for your real disability, then you have to accept our offer of letting you just go ahead and accept that you have this diagnosis that we know you really don't have, so you can have your disability, so that we can cover up the fact that we were trying to kill you with medication. right? That's what we're really trying to say. So I'm sorry, we need a draft, and we needed it fucking last year. When I came up first and said in 2015, and I have the documentation to prove it, because you assholes gave it to me when I asked for it. I was getting it for something else. I had no idea I was going to need it for this. I'm glad I got it. Got it directly from you on a certified media. If you translate the bullshit of somebody who was an intern learning doctor at a VA hospital, and you overlay what's going on with social media today and everything they're trying to brand the Donald Trump devil with, and don't mistake what I'm saying, Donald Trump's a devil. The guy should have never been president. And if they had listened to me, instead of trying to fix me with drugs, altering my mind chemistry to fix my psychology software, then Donald Trump would have never had a fucking chance to be president. So it is the Democrats' fault that Donald Trump was president. And now they don't want him to be president again. Well, we don't want him to be president. That's true. We don't want him to be president. Nobody should want Donald Trump to be president ever again. But don't get on your fucking high horse now, after you were part of the fucking problem like everybody else. I'm not saying I'm innocent. I'm human. I have my own problems. I worked in engineering and technology. I was automating. I was trying to remove people from the process. Because I was on disability at the time, I was trying to get a job with Facebook. And I mistakenly thought that if I explained to them the product they had, I could help them use it in a way that would make the world a better place and make their platform work. Well, the assholes they are took my information, ran with it, and then gave me the bird. Now, I have all this fucking guilt on my conscience because I tried. I really, really, really tried to let the government know as soon as I saw what they were doing with it. Psychology is a WMD. Psychology is actually a weapon of mass destruction. And anybody who's listening to this who understands how that works, you have to be seeing it as well. The technology it's engineered to complete a task. And that's all it's designed to do. Nobody wants Big Brother. They don't want the government in their lives. They want their government doing a damn thing. But we all have to sign a contract with the devil for the tech companies to let them do just as bad, if not worse, what the government's doing to us. And the government's over here like, see, technology's bad. Oh, they're the devils. We need to correct them. We need to be their parents. Well, you know what? The politicians are out to fucking lunch too. So I'm going to stop here, but those medications are really bad. The link is in the description. I don't need to make any of this up because the science speaks for itself. And I guess if education was better in this country, other people could read it as well and understand it. My next video is explaining it in detail. These videos are going to keep coming now because a veteran should not have to continue fighting after they get back from doing their honorable service to their country that they volunteered to do. And when they're hurt and abused by the VA, they should not be told to get an attorney. Because the last time I checked, the average person, much less a veteran, doesn't have $50,000 to hire an attorney if they can't get one to do it on contingency and give them 1/3 of their actual earnings that they shouldn't have had to fight for in the first place. I'm calling bullshit on all of this. And I'm going to steal a line from Brewster's Million. None of the above if this is the bullshit we're going to deal with. It's a fucking democracy. It was designed as a democracy for a reason. And red flag laws and all this other bullshit you guys are trying to, oh, gun violence, you know what? Depending on who the audience is not the American military people committing violent gun crimes against humanity? It depends on who's looking at it, right? To the victor goes the spoils and the history. They've always done it before. They will always do it. I'm voting none of the above. Because it's bullshit. And they fucking know it. I just gave them a lot of money, the Democrats. And the second I gave them the money, their con was over. They started trying to milk more information out of me. And they started changing their entire rhetoric and their direction to get elected over the Republicans. Because they had this guy not sure in their pocket that they thought they were going to milk. Well, you know what? You're killing my sisters and brothers in arms, and I am fucking pissed off about it. I'm going to start dropping and leaking information that I have from my own fucking recordings because I have to. And anything you want to come at me with, go ahead. Because the medications you were forcing me on, the gaslighting and all that shit, altered me so fucking much that I wasn't behaving like myself. So fuck all of you, game on. Like I said before, I've given you guys years to fucking get right with this shit, and all of you have done is fuck with me more. So now, ding ding motherfuckers, I'm in the motherfucking ring now. I love my country. More importantly, I love my planet. I love my people on this planet, humans. The terrorist, murderous assholes, I can do without those pricks. But this is humanity. It's always going to be a problem. And when you take everybody's guns away, that is exactly what our enemies want. They want us to be on these drugs, to fuck up our psychology. They want to use social media to attack us and fuck with our psychology and turn us against each other. They want that to be used to do red flag gun laws and take away everybody's guns. Because once they do that, they can just walk over here and take it from us. They won't have to fire a fucking shot. Because we're already destroying ourselves. I think I remember someone in history saying that before. I think it was a founding father. We've already started destroying our country. The rest of them are sitting back fucking laughing at us, waiting for the right time to clean house on us all. Because they know that we're already destroyed. They're just trying to finish the job. And I've been trying to report this shit to you, and all you do is placate me and treat me like I'm crying wolf. Well, look what's going on now. You guys are trying to fix a problem the wrong fucking way again. You guys are fixing the problem wrong again. Can we understand what we're talking about now? All the pandering and the rhetoric and the visual and verbal psychology. You guys need to knock the shit off because both sides are doing it and it's creating bipolar. You actually are rhetoricing us and psychologically manipulating your entire country. Your entire country into the problem that you say you're trying to fix. Who the fuck are you guys trying to kid? I'm hoping that you guys are not that stupid, but I know what a human is, and I'm fairly certain all of you motherfuckers are delusional. Nobody wants to go to war, assholes. We have to sometimes. So, the Michael Moores of the world, I appreciate what you're doing. But you wouldn't be able to do that shit if it wasn't for people like us running into fucking bullets for you. And I agree, the wars need to fucking stop, but we can't get rid of guns. We can't get rid of the military because there is always going to be another fucking Hitler. And there will always be another Hitler. And for all the Republicans and military minded people, get over the fact that women and LGBTQ plus people, humans, want to be in the military as well. We should get over that shit. Because the problem is with the people who have a problem with it, not the people who are like that. We're humans. Some people are born male, some people are born female, some people are born both. And that one piece of data right there opens up LGBTQ plus. God apparently intended it for us to just not be binary. We're not binary. We live in color. God bless. And I'm not trying to hurt my country or be an asshole. I'm trying to save our fucking planet because we're out of fucking control. Thank you.